that's trash. Oh, that's trash. All right, y'all. We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Just wanted to watch this Lord Jamar video. Him and Paul Rosenberg, discussing, I guess, the relationship between Black and the Jew community. Thoughts on Kyrie and Kanye. I watched some of it the other day. Good little back and forth between us, so I just wanted to watch it. You know what I mean, and get into a couple of these of things that these guys are talking about.
Y'all see that? That's the queen right there. She supports Black media. She supports independent thought and not being cornered by corporate opinions. And we love her. Be like, yo, we know who you are, brand new, being boom, boom, boom. Y'all is dope. They came up to us at the State Building. They came up to me and Sadat. And we...
Important conversation to be had.
Definitely. Thank you for coming.
All right. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like and comment, join the conversation.
No, I appreciate our little
Tell your friend to tell a girl to tell a girl to tell a girl.
It kind of became clear when I had you on my podcast, but then when you and I were dialoguing behind the scenes, it became clear to me that you're a dude who, in addition to all the things you're passionate about, enjoys conversation and dialogue. Enjoys putting in the actual time to speak with nuance. Even though you and I might not see things the same way, and even though there are going to be differences, I think ultimately we're both smart enough and rational enough to have an actually useful conversation, which I don't think there's a lot of right now.
Facts. I think we both enjoy an intellectual conversation. That's what it is. And yes, whether we agree or disagree, I think we're both intelligent enough to bring up good points that can make the other person think and say, okay, maybe you got something.
I
agree.
So let's get into it. Let's start.
Right before they get into it, don't forget to like and comment, join the conversation. Feel me? Good back and forth with Peter Rosenberg and Lord Jamar. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Kyrie. Shout out to Kanye. And let's get into it.
Let's start there. Recently, with everything going on with Kanye and all of that, Poobah, my man Grand Poobah, had put up a picture of him and Kanye giving each other a pound. Mm-hmm. And he said something to the effect of "ain't nothing changed," and then put like a fist or something like that. And then you came on the page and said unfollow.
By the way, I don't think I've ever posted that prior. I think it was the first unfollow I've ever given.
You went on the page and said unfollow, and it was just like, okay. Now, what did you feel like? What were you trying to say in that moment by putting the unfollow? What was your protest in that moment?
So I think what did
you think he was saying by ain't nothing changed? Because it could have been a whole myriad of things.
True. Yeah, true. I think what I was feeling at the time was, because believe me, Syph gave me a hard time. Like, why do you do this to yourself? How did you think that was going to play out? And
shout out to Syph. I just saw him. Hopefully, he's one of the people that told you should come on here too. Of course. Okay.
So I guess what I was feeling was, I was in a mode of, I deal with this issue a lot. It's like it's a pretty constant thing given my name, given what I do, the things that I'm passionate about, the people I know. I talk about it a lot, and I was in a place where I'd already been just inundated.
And wait, you say talk about it. What is it?
the fraught relationship currently and generally between black people and Jews. And particularly when I say it in this case, I guess I mean at the time Kanye, because we were deep in the Ye conversation.
Right. Facts.
So I think that I felt like the thing about Instagram that's weird is things can jump up and hit you that you don't expect. Like I follow Puba because he's a rap legend that I admire. You know what I mean? Like he was one of the original cool, suave, wearing fly gear, just dope rappers that I loved. And in fact, my brother rapped over 360 "What Goes Around Comes Around" at my bar mitzvah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it actually wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad.
Oh, he said it wasn't terrible, but it
wasn't terrible.
Was it hot?
So yeah, that's a different story. So I just of course the Puba thing is just a music thing. So I guess it kind of hit me out of nowhere. I was like surprised to see what I viewed as, and again, this is just my view, what I viewed as an endorsement of Kanye at that time. That's how I took it. I'm not saying that's accurate, but that's how it hit me. Was like, damn, why are you coming out specifically in this moment to say, you know, whatever it was he was trying to say? And you're right, it's hard to know exactly what he was trying to say, but that's how it struck me. And so I hit unfollow, which I didn't think was that. I guess in retrospect, it's aggressive. I thought of it as being kind of tame, but based on the reaction I got, I guess people didn't view it that way.
Yeah, well, you know, I guess it was kind of like, first of all, you see, a lot of times we feel like white people will get into certain conversations or certain realms that they weren't necessarily even asked to be in, you know? So I don't think, you know, Puba's the type, he don't care who's following him, really. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I can tell by his page. He's not like an Instagram-y person.
At all. Like, and a lot of times he even got, well, that's some other shit. But yeah, sometimes his sons run the shit, but that's neither here nor there. He did post that and all of that. Right. But I feel like you felt like it was an endorsement towards whatever you felt like Ye was saying negative about Jewish people.
It's like an echo.
I would say yes. That's how it felt in the moment. You know what I mean? And when someone's having a moment,
all right. Let's get back into it.
A big deal because of a certain topic, which we all know what the topic was, and at that moment you decide to say, "Yo, I fuck with this person." To me, it was hard to not view that as an endorsement of that specific moment. Like,
I definitely understand how he would feel some type of way. You know what I mean? But to me, my stance on it is, I feel like it's being blown and taken out of proportion anyway. Like, even if, I don't know, you're just gonna let him get into finish when he saying what he got to say.
Pop out. You know what I'm saying?
And what exactly did Ye say that you particularly had a problem with as a Jewish person? What was he saying that was bothering you?
There's so much of it.
Well, let's get into it.
The entire premise
it's an echo
of
that Judaism in some way, or Jewishness, is the reason that shitty industry people are shitty. That is a problem. And it's one that we are incredibly sensitive to, because the notion of Jews running the media,
shout out to Jamar,
and Jews running the internecine behind the scenes of
shout
the
out
world,
to Jamar.
That is very specific.
I'll be on it all night, man.
I'll be on it all in very recent memory to put us in danger. So that entire way of
that's what I don't like about what he's saying. Like, as far as him trying to say what Kanye said, makes them, low key feel like they in danger or something. I feel is ridiculous.
Of talking about it when he says the Jew media. Like, Jamar, you and I both know, even if you think Jews are incredibly impactful and pervasive in the entertainment and media industry, which I would agree with, broad stroke calling the media the Jew media, bro, is just an exaggerated, inaccurate description of media.
Well, okay. First,
if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. It's just that simple. Everybody know Kanye erratic. You know what I mean? He don't really, sometimes he just speak. He always have great points, whatever, but his delivery, you know what I mean? He kind of talk a lot and talk fast. Sometimes he kind of, start to ramble or start to go on a rant. Very passionate when he speak. So for him to even say like he feel it's not true, then it shouldn't affect you. And of course, he's not literally saying everybody. You know what I mean? He's just saying the majority of people he dealt with. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're taking it out of context on purpose as well, and being I don't want to say oversensitive, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of their points isn't too valid to be for it to be this big. I don't want to say oversensitive, but I think it's an overreaction. I think that's a good way to put it. Overreaction.
First of all, I want to say that I don't think he was saying that Judaism is the reason why these people might be scumbags as business people. I don't think that's what he's saying. I think he's saying that these guys are scumbags as business people, and a lot of them happen to be Jewish.
But he didn't say a lot. He really did make it sound like,
well, it was if you look now, did you
he gonna say he didn't say a lot. He gonna say he didn't say a lot, but then say it sounded like. So which one is it? Did he say it or did it just sound that way? Feel me? Trying to play on words. Did he say it? Or did it just sound like it? You know what I mean? That can just be your perspective, which everybody is entitled to a perspective. But when you put an opinion out there, you know what I mean? You got to make it make sense.
That they have where he changes, where he shows all the heads of all these companies, and not just in Hollywood. Because you said that Jews run Hollywood.
I thought
Hollywood.
Some of it was inaccurate, and some of it was ridiculous, like including Wolf Blitzer, who just is a face on TV. But yes,
I don't know if I saw Wolf Blitzer on the list.
I swear he was on the CNN one.
Okay. Well,
Jeff Zucker at the time, or maybe Zucker's out.
But basically, the list was overwhelmingly Jewish people in these top positions at these media outlets,
Right.
Is that true? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it should be outlawed to be able to point out the truth.
It's about how, totally. But to me, it's about how it's being talked about. And I truly think, I'll ask you, do you think he was talking in a way that wasn't derisive and didn't play on some of those stereotypes that we've heard for a long? Like, do you think he was having a real conversation in earnest that was just about the music industry and some of it happens to be Jews? Or do you believe his intention was to bring up these things specifically about Jewish people? Because that is how I felt and how Jewish people took it.
Listen, we all know that Kanye is a mixed bag of nuts. Okay? It's
I don't even like the fact that he said that. I don't like that. If the fact that he said that. When I watch Kanye in these interviews, to me, he don't sound crazy. You know, he might be a little erratic, but I think there's a big difference. You know, I think his delivery, you know what I mean, maybe a little aggressive recently. You know what I mean, but he ain't done nothing too crazy. He ain't said nothing too crazy. So I don't know. We're gonna get back to it.
I'm here.
All right, bet.